they learn, and how they can best assimilate information, skills, understanding, knowledge, but also ideas and thinking and researching. All these things are universal skills that they'll use throughout life.
In PYP, children drive their own learning.
I think the most important things that students get from PYP is an independence of thought. It's the ability to find things out for themselves.
Children are able to go deeper in their learning. It's learning through inquiry. It's a lifelong set of skills or attitudes that the children will develop over time.
Go on as young global citizens into the world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the chief guest for the evening has just arrived and entered the Jamnabai Narsee International School premises. A kind request, please keep your cell phones off or on silent mode, and also refrain from taking photographs. We have also organized a guided tour of the new building of Jamnabai Narsee International School. So after the ceremony is over, parents may avail of that tour. After the lighting of the lamp and a prayer song, the dignitaries will move to the 4th floor of the new building for the formal inauguration.
Yeah, this is the additional wing. That is ground to 8th floor. And we have started from the 3rd floor. So नीचे जो hall है 30 feet height वाला, so it's a multi-purpose sports complex. And then 3rd to 8th.
We have a rock climbing wall, badminton court indoor. Yeah, in a triple level. So it's very international.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, please.
पीछे थोड़ा मांगे
With this, we've completed the official inauguration of the Jamnabai Narsee International School. After a quick tour of the tour, the dignitaries will proceed to the auditorium and then we'll take the evening forward.
Guests, kindly be seated. When we talk about legacy, foundation, and purpose, these are not just catchy titles, but the very ideas that drive us as we make new commitments to the cause of education. On that note, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the chief guest for the evening, SHRI AMITABH BACHCHAN, revered elders of the trust family, Srimati Kesar Ben Thakkar, Srimati Lata Ben, founder trustee, Shri Suresh Bhai Oza, managing trustee, Shri Jairaj Thakkar, trustees, Shri Jayesh Thakkar, Srimati Urvashi Thakkar, Srimati Shivangi Thakkar, Shri Sujay Jairaj, and Srimati Meenal Thakkar.
We also welcome Head of School, Srimati Jasmine Madani, Principal, Srimati Zeenat Bojaboy, Principal of Jamnabai Narsee School, Gift City, Srimati Kavita Bajpai, and members of the core team, members of the school and advisory committees, PTA Chairperson, Srimati Shalini Kocha and her team, NIA President, Shri Raunak Kapoor and his team.
The students of Jamnabai Narsee International School will seek to invoke the blessings of Lord Ganesha, the god of wisdom, prudence, and salvation.
It is significant to note that in the name Ganesha, Ga means knowledge, Na means salvation, and Isa means Lord. This prayer dance will be performed combining the dance styles of Bharatanatyam, Odissi, Kathak, Kathakali, Manipuri, and Mohiniyattam. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause.
तेरे बिना मैं आदि स्तुताय कहाँ चला मैं हे गणराय तेरे बिना मैं आदि स्तुताय कहाँ चला मैं आकार लेने लगा ख्वाब मेरा साकार होते रुका ख्वाब मेरा मेरे अधूरे काज सानी निदा दफा कर दे तू पूरे आज सानी दा पा मग सा बदली नमो नमस्ते नमो नमस्ते गणपति गणेश लंबोदर सोहे भुजाजाल निगदंत चंद्रमाल लाडला से ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ताल ध्रुपद गावे अति विचित्र गणनाट आज मृदंग बजावे धड़ धड़ाट धड़ धड़ जात दिन गिर दिन तन तक तन तन तिल 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 धड़ान 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 धा तिल 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 धड़ान धड़ान हे गणराय ये जीवन हला है जलता हर एक पल गला हो भटकता दिया हूँ है बुझने लगा हौसला कदम रुक न जाए कहीं झुक न जाए ये सर जो कभी ना झुका
As we make this Shubharambh, we must remind ourselves that we are all members of a global village. At the core of all the diversity lies one heartbeat, with a sense of understanding and appreciation for the myriad expressions that richness of culture offers. The Garba from Gujarat that will now be presented will amaze the audience with its twists and twirls, its animated beat and rhythm, and of course the sheer visual treat of the bright colors.
And just as the first very fitting performance to celebrate the inauguration of the Jamnabai Narsee International School,
we are very happy to announce the arrival of Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia. Thank you for joining us this evening. As we ready ourselves for the twists and twirls, the beat and rhythm, and the visual treat of the colors you will now see on stage, let us remember these are only representative of the beauty in the various cultures that create interest in and make us appreciate the rich, multicultural global heritage that we belong to. Please enjoy the dance.
रंगी परोड़ आवी खुशियों संगे लावी हर खाए हयू हाय हाय रंगी परोड़ आवी खुशियों संगे लावी हर खाए हयू हाय हाय आशानी किरणों बिखराए उमंग भी छलकाए मन हड़वे थी गुनगुनाए हाय 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 रास रचिलो साज सजिलो शुभ घड़ी छे आवी आछा आछा टमटमाता शमणाओ छे लावी ओ लावी ओ लावी रंगी परोड़ आवी खुशियों संगे लावी हर खाए हयू हाय हाय रंगी परोड़ आवी
जमीन पे हमको बोना है, आशा के मोती सांसों की माला हमें पिरोना है, अपना बोझ मिल के साथ ही हमको ढोना है, शहनाई शहनाई शहनाई। मंगल बेला आई, सपनों की डहरी पे दिल की बाजी रे शहनाई शहनाई।
सज सजिलो शुभ घड़ी छे अभी, आजा आजा टमटमाता शमणाओ छे लावी ओ लावी।
Thank you for that wonderful performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, just give us a minute while we ready the stage for the rest of the evening. We now request Head of School, Ms. Jasmine Madani, to escort our Chief Guest, Shri Amitabh Bachchan, Managing Trustee Shri Jairaj Thakkar, and Trustee Shri Sujay Jairaj to the stage.
May I request the Student Council members to present tokens of our appreciation to the Chief Guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to draw your attention to this personalized gift for Shri Amitabh Bachchan, a creation of an art teacher at this very institution.
And also a big round of applause to the little one.
May I request our Student Council member to once again let the audience have a look at the personalized gift, a creation of one of the art teachers at this institution.
I request Managing Trustee Shri Jairaj Thakkar to felicitate the Chief Guest.
We request Head of School, Ms. Jasmine Madani, to render her welcome address.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, members of the Board of Trust, distinguished guests, colleagues, parents, students, a very good evening. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Yes, we all are here today for inaugural function of Jamnabai Narsee International School. On behalf of students and faculty, it is great honor and pleasure to welcome each one of you here today. Your presence here is not only in celebration of the occasion, but it is an expression of your interest in our school. It is your expression, your interest in international education. And this places a sole responsibility that we are determined to honor faithfully. To make this day even more special, we have in our midst our chief guest, the iconic Mr. Bachchan, who is a good example of lifelong learner. Mr. Bachchan, you personify creativity and compassion in equal measures. We are honored to have you here with us today. On behalf of entire JNIS family, I welcome you, sir. Today's occasion marked the beginning of a new chapter in the life of Narsee Monjee Educational Trust, whose history of academic excellence focus on holistic development of a child and produce great leaders and human beings is well documented. At JNIS, our aim is to offer international education to our students and to develop internationally minded people who help to create a better and peaceful world. International education is really making students think from a global perspective and create solutions to problems. That a pedagogical leader, Dr. Lakshmi Murthy. She's involved in all the academic matters of DP students, and she's serving this institution for more than 10 years. Assistant DP Coordinator, Ms. Maushmi Basu, who is responsible for students' well-being, extra co-curricular activities, and has served the school for more than 7 years. We have 2 new members in our core team. PYP Coordinator, Ms. Karen Tellis, originally from the US, has worked in international schools around the world, both as a teacher and as the IB workshop leader. And we have MYP Coordinator, Mr. Michael, who has, again, worked in international schools for 18 years and compassionate MYP leader. Ms. Karen, can I invite you up to say a few words, please?
Good evening. There is nothing more inspiring for a teacher than seeing that light go on in a child's eyes when they have learned something that changes the way they see the world forever. It's one of the reasons I became a teacher, and it's one of the reasons I've stayed a teacher and an educator. The IB programs light that light by giving students an opportunity to make real-life connections, to see how what they're learning in school not only prepares them for the next year, but for the real world outside of the classroom doors. Within the PYP program, it is believed that student learning is best done when it is authentic, with those real-world connections, and transdisciplinary, where the learning is not confined within the boundaries of traditional subjects, but is supported and enriched by them. Our students, your children, are about to embark on an amazing endeavor. They will construct their own meaning through rich and varied learning engagements. Our aim is to value the process of learning in equal measure to the final product, to prepare them not just for school, but for life, and to move beyond merely knowing to understanding. Now, a few words from Mr. Michael on the MYP.
Good evening to trustee holders and to all of our guests and to teachers and staff, and most importantly to our wonderful Jamnabai students who inspire us when we see the types of art that they do. You've only seen a bit of the program and they're absolutely amazing. When we look for MYP teachers, one of the questions that we will often ask them is, what do you think an MYP classroom should look like? And please allow me to give you a few of my answers. An MYP classroom changes every day. Students learn from everyone in the room, most importantly, each other, and from the space itself. The focus in an MYP classroom changes constantly, from listening to a classmate, speaking with the teacher, reading through a short passage in a book, maybe taking a few quiet moments alone to gather your thoughts, examining a wall with information on it, and finally, bringing the ideas together, sharing, and reflecting. The chairs in an MYP classroom are not very important because we don't use them that much. We're usually up on our feet learning from each other. In an MYP classroom, we listen carefully to ideas that, at first, might seem quite silly, but after some careful consideration, are actually extremely creative and insightful. If you want to know how students are doing in an MYP classroom, you just have to ask the students. They will tell you about their process and whether or not they are on target. They will tell you when they have done well and what they did in order to succeed. And after their investigations are complete, they will use their new ideas and add to their expressions in completely different subjects the next day. Finally, in an MYP classroom, you will find students making real inquiries about real problems, making real solutions for the real world. To our parents, thank you very much for entrusting your children to us. We are truly fortunate to have them in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Would like to share a quote by an American philosopher and educational reformer, John Dewey. How you learn is what you learn, and that is what we believe in too. Once again, I welcome you all to our newest endeavor, Jamnabai Narsee International School. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Managing Trustee SHRI Thakur to take the podium.
Respected Sri AMITABH, our elders in the family, my colleagues on the board of Narsee Monjee Educational Trust, members of Advisory and School Committee, members of PTA and GNA, members of staff, dear parents, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, on behalf of all of us, I thank Sri AMITABH for accepting our invitation to inaugurate Jamnabai Narsee International School. We really appreciate that you have taken time. We really appreciate that you have taken time out of your busy schedule and be with us today evening. Thank you once again. I thank the Board of Trustees for always supporting towards the new development of the school. It gives me, friends, immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration, this inauguration. I would like to congratulate all the students who have performed so well just now, and I think one more item they are going to perform after the program. So please see that item. I think they are coming out with something different. So congratulations, children. Wonderful. On this auspicious day, we remember our founder trustees, my father, Sri Chhatrabhuj Bhai, my uncles, Sri Pratap Bhai and Sri Dharamsi Bhai, who have founded this Narsee Monjee Educational Trust in 1960, and with the motto, illuminate all with knowledge. Narsee Monjee College of Commerce and Economics, Narsee Monjee Institute of Management Studies, and Kamala Dharamsi Narsee School for the hearing impaired were all started with the same vision. Jamnabai Narsee School in Mumbai was started in 1971. we'll be completing, friends, 45 years in 2016. The school has always believed in the overall development of the child. Hence, we give equal importance to academics, to sports, and to cultural activities. एक कहावत मुझे याद आ रही है दोस्तों, मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूँगा कि फुर्सत नहीं इंसान को घर से मंदिर तक जाने की, और ख्वाहिश करता है सीधे स्वर्ग की सीढ़ी पाने की। और ख्वाहिश करता है सीधे स्वर्ग की सीढ़ी पाने की। दोस्तों, कहावत की जगह पे है, मगर ख्वाहिश करना तो कोई बुरी बात है नहीं। हमें ख्वाहिश जरूर करनी चाहिए, ख्वाहिश करनी चाहिए, ख्वाहिश करके उस पर लगन से मेहनत करनी चाहिए। And of course, the success rate may be better. If you do that, you may get success, you may not get success, but ख्वाहिश is always, you should do it. और ऐसी हमने ख्वाहिश आज से 1 साल पहले की। Friends, as you are aware, we have IBDP, that is 11th and 12th, for past 10 years. We have decided that let us start with full IB school, that is 1 to 10th. So after the pre-primary, that is after senior KG, the parents have a choice either to go for a national curriculum, which we are having for the last 45 years, and or the international curriculum. So that choice will be available in future, and this is from, say, class 1st to class 12th. So we have decided, and then we have started planning, permission, etc., etc. Lots of work in that. But I would like to say, friends, we have set the target that we want to start the school, we want to complete the work, construction, everything by end of July. And let me tell you, friends, the commendable job done by my son Sujay and his whole team. See, as you were keen, I was also sometimes, कि भाई सू लागे थई जैसे ना भाई, पति जैसे काम के नाना papa, don't worry, it will be done. Just before 15 days, I was also, भाई Sujay, Sue, papa, it will be done, don't worry, I am confident. And I must tell you that they worked day and night, the whole team. I congratulate him and the whole team for really put the the school motto is Vidya Param Balam. That is, knowledge is strength. Friends, we must remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, that is education. Our trust motto, yes, and we are imparting to the younger generation a sense of worth, a sense of value, and a sense of ability. Our trust motto is Gnanat Sarvam Pradipate, the light of knowledge enlightens all. We strongly believe, friends, this is very important, that we strongly believe that a happy child makes a concerned and caring adult. Today, we have over almost 4,900 students from nurseries to class 12th, and we offer 5 different curriculums: ICSE, ISC, IB, IGCSE, and NIOS. And let me tell you, friends, we have got wonderful results for all the curriculums this year, and of course we have got for the last many years. And I would like to give this credit, friends, to all our members of staff, teaching and non-teaching, for their untiring efforts. For helping and guiding the students throughout the year. Friends, I would like to share with you one more thing, that amongst the many schools who have applied for, our school, that is Jamnabai Narsee School, was selected to start the school in Gift City, that is Gujarat International Finance Tech City, the first smart city of India. This is the picture, what you can see. That is in the Gift City, and that also we have completed in span of about 1.5 years, and we have started the school on 9th of June. The school has started functioning now. Today, so many of our elders are present. We seek their blessings. My mother, Kesarben, my auntie Lataben, my Fuaji Pratapbhai, my father-in-law Muljibai, my brother Ajitbhai. Thank you very much. I can't give everybody's name, unfortunately, because all are our friends and well-wishers and relatives. Pandit ji, thank you very much for coming. Amit ji, aap bhi aaye, Ashok Bhau aaye, JVP President Jayesh Bhai Choksi. Hamare Dilip Bhai Thakkar is there. Federal Bhai, Rashmikant Bhai, means Surendra Bhai Hiranandani, means I'm now. But I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you very much for coming here and joining for this function. Once again, I thank Shri AMITABH ji that you are here with us. It is really our honor, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Jayraj Thakkar, for your encouraging words, and more so for always providing the best infrastructure and all the opportunities as we continue to further our cause in the name of education. May I invite Trustee Shri Sujay Jayraj to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. The institution is more important than the individual. This was aptly said by the founder trustee of Narsee Manji Educational Trust, Shri Chhatrapujbai Narsee. Today, we are fortunate to have an institution by himself and a living legend, Shri AMITABH ji, lighting the lamp of knowledge, which will spread its light to thousands of students in the years to come. Thank you, sir. Respected dignitaries on the dais, invited guests, parents, and students of Jamnabai Narsee International School. Will the school building be ready? Are you sure we will begin the school in 2015? Should we have waited for one more year? These are the questions I've been hearing and answering over the last 6 months. And as my dad said, honestly, even I was not very sure. So I was like, let's hope for the best. And in turn, I used to call my full team of construction who was standing right there and ask them the same questions. Let us give a round of applause to each and every person who has been involved in the planning and execution of the building. I cannot thank each one of you enough. Thank you. Jamnabai Narsee School has become a landmark, and besides other aspects, the structure of the school has been one of the talking points ever since the inception in 1971. The hexagonal structure with classrooms arranged in a beehive fashion with a massive interactive area for the students instead of the traditional rows and rows of the classrooms. I think this was the biggest challenge for us while planning the new building of Jamnabai Narsee International School. With property prices skyrocketing, maximizing FSI usage being the concept all around, and various other factors, my first brief to the architect was, please don't even think about these points. We want to make a school which will provide luxury of space for the students, as has always been the philosophy of the school since 1971. So, we have here today a ground plus 8-story building, of which we have ground plus 2 floors, which not only gives a double height, but triple height of indoor, air-conditioned, multi-purpose sports hall with a full-size badminton court, a 30-feet rock climbing wall with 3 difficulty levels, a mini basketball court, among other sports facilities. From 3rd to the 8th floor, we have classrooms for the PYP and MYP, a library, dance, music, theater and art rooms, counseling rooms, faculty rooms, cafeteria, among other rooms. A special mention for the science labs, which have been imported from the Netherlands. And this will be one of its kind in any school in India. These are automated and ceiling service labs, where the gas, electricity, and water comes from the ceiling at a press of a button. So when you don't want to use it as a lab, you press the button and the ceiling goes up. So this will be very unique, and this will be ready in the next 10 days. For all this planning, we are very fortunate to have had a global team working on this project. By global, I mean global as well as local. Our architects being from Netherlands, who have expertise in designing international schools, along with a team of architects from Mumbai. Thank you very much. We have products that we have sourced from various countries all over the world. A minimum of 13 countries, but I'm sure if we count more, it will go up to around 18 countries. And after the event, I'm sure the parents will be taking around and seeing the facility of what we are going to provide. Jamnabai Narsee School was one of the earlier schools to offer the IBDP in Mumbai. And now, we will be one of the few schools in the country to offer the IB Continuum with the primary years program, middle years program, and IBDP, along with IGCSE. The IB Continuum of International Baccalaureate is unique because of its academic and personal rigor. The program will challenge students to excel in their studies and in their personal growth, with the aim to inspire a quest for learning throughout life that is marked by enthusiasm and empathy. Another question which parents and friends have been asking me day in and day out is, what do you think, which curriculum is better? ICSE, IGCSE, or IB? And my answer to them has been that by chance, if I have 3 kids, I will put one in each stream. And I will get back to you after 15 years on who has done well. But on a serious note, I believe that we at Jamnabai Narsee School have had a very sound philosophy ever since the inception of the school since 1971. Our school has had a global thought process ever since. So once you are in JNS campus, you do not have to worry. We believe in all-round development of the student, and our school has always been way ahead of its time in terms of pedagogy and international mindedness. In all the curriculums that we offer, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB, our students will strive towards excellence. Parents must choose the board of education depending on the child's future study plans. Each system has its own strengths, and parents must identify the one which best suits the personality and aptitude of their child. And to help parents make this decision, we have a team of guidance counselors who will be available to meet on appointment. Before I end, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the managing trustee, my father, Mr. Jairaj Thakkar, whose vision and motivation has been the key in the development of this project. It is his aim to always provide facilities of the highest standards for anything to do with education. One more round of applause for him, please. Also, I would like to very sincerely thank the neighborhood of Jamnabai Narsee School for always being very supportive, especially during the time of construction and upgradation. Thank you very much to all our neighbors. There have been certain late nights, but they've always been very, very cooperative. So thank you. I would like to thank each one of you present here today and around the world who believe and offer unconditional love and support towards Jamnabai Narsee School. I would like to end by saying something what is said by the President of India. Our President, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, has said that a quality-oriented education system is a force multiplier that shall transform the country into one of the leading nations of the world. And it is our commitment and endeavor at Narsee Monjee Educational Trust to contribute towards the development of the nation by providing top quality education to the youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri Sujay Jairaj. Thank you for always being there and providing, and now even constructing infrastructure. Thank you for taking care of the students' and teachers' educational needs. Ladies and gentlemen, a personality who needs no introduction, the face of Indian cinema, not only in India but globally. The very knowledgeable recipient of the Padma Vibhushan, Ambassador of Tourism Gujarat, Shri AMITABH BACHCHAN.
Mr. Thakkar, Mr. Jairaj, Ms. Madani, members of this wonderful trust, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I first begin by thanking Mr. Thakkar for inviting me here today and giving me this immense pleasure and privilege to be able to talk to some of you at the inauguration of this international school. I would like first to acknowledge the efforts of this wonderful family that has, through generations, dedicated their wealth and their time in furthering the cause of education, which is so necessary and so essential in our lives. Thank you so much, sir, and all credit to your family, and may we give you a big hand. I was born in a very humble home in Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. My father was a teacher at the Allahabad University. We had very limited means. His salary, I think, was about 500 rupees a month. But he always paid a lot of attention to education. And I don't know how my parents managed to educate me and my brother in some of the most finest institutions of the country. But I really want to acknowledge their contribution today in making me what I am, because it is only their prayers and their effort that have brought me here. I did my early education at a school in Allahabad, and then I was sent to a boarding school which was even more expensive than where I was being educated in Allahabad. And I sometimes used to ask my father how he could manage all this. So he would work during office hours. He had been transferred to the External Affairs Ministry, and he was doing a government job, was perhaps about 1,200 rupees salary. But he said that just in order to give you good education, he would accept, because he was a poet and a literator, he would go out at night to different poetic symposiums, earn that money, that extra money, which he would put into our education. And I really want to accept and laud that effort that parents make in order to see that their children receive the best education. I studied in a boarding school, which was called Sherwood in Nainital. And I really would like to share with you some of the inputs that I got during my years there. The true impact of Sherwood College that had on my life was in its ethos. This forms the core of continuity between my generation and the present one. The education of the greatest value that I received in Sherwood was how to be a human being, of what is called in shorthand character. I don't mean the ones that I play in my films, but admittedly, I had the benefit of inspirational parenthood. As I just said, my parents always insisted on education and learning. And many a times, my father would narrate several stories about how the importance of education is. He used to narrate a story which is somewhat mythological. हनुमान जी जो थे उनको ज्ञान चाहिए था, तो वो गए ईश्वर के पास, उन्होंने कहा हमें ज्ञान चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए? तो उन्होंने कहा देखिए आप सूर्य देवता के पास जाइए, सूर्य के पास जाइए, वो ज्ञान के भंडार हैं, वो आपको ज्ञान देंगे। तो हनुमान जी सूर्य देवता के पास पहुँचे। सूर्य ने कहा देखिए मैं तो निरंतर चलता रहता हूँ, कैसे सीखेंगे आप मुझसे? तो हनुमान जी ने कहा कि मैं आपके सामने उल्टा चलूँगा, आप ज्ञान मुझे देते जाइए, मैं उल्टा चलता रहूँगा। कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर आपको ज्ञान सीखना, और जितने यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो शायद इस बात से सहमत ना हो, आपको सूर्य देवता के उदय होने से पहले उठना पड़ेगा। और एक उन्होंने और बहुत अच्छी एक संस्कृत का श्लोक बताया कि सूर्योदय च अस्तमय चषायनम जहात लक्ष्मी रपि चक्रवर्तीनम। मतलब ये कि सूर्य उदय होने के बाद और अस्त होने से पहले जो इंसान सोता है उसकी सारी लक्ष्मी, चाहे वो राजा भी ना हो, वो सारी लक्ष्मी चली जाती है। तो ये सब बाबूजी ने हमको सिखाया था. So I agree that I had very inspirational parenthood. But Shoba taught me how to live in dignity with my peers, live in a community, live well with myself in the world at large in consequence. Because living together, working together, learning together, fighting and loving each other together, competing fairly in noble rivalry and cooperating supportively, I learnt a sense of fellowship. I learnt a sense of camaraderie. I learnt the true virtue of friendship as an individual and the virtue as a community. So, what is character? What is character building? First, one must value the character by giving it dignity. Dignity is gained through understanding that a human being is an integrated whole. The intellect, the body, the spirit are equally important and interrelated. Dignity is gained by understanding that this integrity of a human being, regardless of differences between one another, has an ultimate value in itself. It has merit beyond any particular achievement, success, or even failure. Giving a human being dignity is understanding that each one of us has our own distinct merits, talents, and value in the world. My school motto in Sherwood was Miriat. It was a Latin motto which said, Miriat quisque palmam. Let each one merit their own prize. So each one had to be meritorious to be able to earn a prize. Secondly, one must harness the power of dignity through training. The training of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Another word for this training is discipline. I didn't always like or agree with the routine of a boarding school. All the rules that they had, what time to get up, when to polish your shoes, when to wear your uniform, what time you have to be in, we hated it. But afterwards, I can tell you, I really appreciated the fact that had it not been for this initially imposed regimen, I could not have learned to harness the power of my own dignity myself. It is my belief that the greatest prize in life is not the recognition of worldly success. The greatest prize that best crowns the human being is that of the possession of good character. It is a strenuous prize. Daily, it must be re-won. It is also a certainty of mind that there is many a day when I shall fail in achieving that prize, not for want of trying, but we all have failures and successes in life. But it is the most worthy prize of all, and without its effort, all material success and fame is sheer emptiness. To discover the value of one's own dignity is also a discovery of the value in the dignity of others, and through that, the dignity of a community. The right to education, ladies and gentlemen, is a fundamental human right, a fundamental dignity. It is enshrined in our Constitution and in the Human Rights Constitution of the entire world, which is supported by international law. So to pursue the aim of education for all is therefore a duty of states, but it is not just a duty of states. It is a duty for every one of us to uphold fundamental human rights, not just our own, but for all of us. Yet here in India, basic literacy is still below the threshold level of 75%. Literacy, being able to read and write, is always more than the sum of parts because of what it opens up for people. Literacy ends up being a kind of metaphor. As soon as one can read and write, one becomes a member of a larger community that would be otherwise possible, a community that also extends into the past and into the future. Literacy not only enriches our inner lives, it is also an indispensable means of effective social and economic participation, contributing to human development and poverty reduction. Not being able to read is a human poverty, ladies and gentlemen. Not being able to read is an inhuman poverty. Not being able to read deprives the human of the right to live in our collectivity. Not being able to read is a loss of freedom. That a third of our population is deprived of this freedom deprives us of all our freedom. A good education is the most valuable thing that a human being can possess. It is our greatest wealth, individually and collectively. In the world beyond these walls, fortune will come and go. Money will come and go. But a good education can never be taken away once it has been possessed. Academic achievement is not enough. The kind of knowledge gained through a good education is more than just the acquisition of information. Knowledge is learning what to do with all that information. That is the role of good character. And learning what to do with knowledge is the path to wisdom. Knowledge is most valuable when it is shared. To all of my fellow students and parents and friends here tonight, may we take heed of every day of our wealth. Let us hunger for it, strive for it, nurture it, but above all, share in it, for then it multiplies manifold. We share it through reading, surfing, listening, talking, debating, exploring with each other about what is good and bad in what we do, say, and believe. May this institution, the Jamnabai Narsee International School, help and guide you in exploring with each other what is good and bad, and what we do, what we say, and what we believe in. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Shri Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you for sharing with us the role played by your parents and alma mater in shaping your personality. Thank you for your very inspiring message focusing on character building and dignity, not only of the self, but of the others and our community. Your wise words will eternally reverberate in our minds as we value our greatest wealth, a good education. We request the dignitaries to please take a seat in the audience so that you can enjoy the final performance of this evening. Children have a mind of their own, a mind that wonders, dreams, is very creative, passionate, and has a lot of questions. Often these questions remain unanswered. We at Jamnabai Narsee School create a platform for them to explore fearlessly in a safe environment whereby their dreams can be transformed into reality. The UV act that you will now see combines ballet, contemporary, and freestyle and is symbolic of that endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy this spectacular performance.
The UV Act, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause.
के छोड़ा है जहान नीच मैं तुम्हारे अब हूँ हवाले अब दूर दूर लोग बाग मीलों दूर ये वादियाँ फिर धुआं धुआं तन्हार बदली चली आती है छूने पर कोई बदली कभी कहीं कर दे तन गीला ये भी ना हो किसी मंजर पर मैं रुका नहीं कभी खुद से भी मैं मिला नहीं ये गिला तो है मैं खफा नहीं शहर एक से गांव एक से लोग एक से नाम एक फिर से उड़ चला मिट्टी जैसे सपने ये किताबी पलकों से झाड़ो फिर आ जाते हैं इतने सारे सपने क्या कहूँ किस तरह से मैंने तोड़े हैं छोड़े हैं क्यों तेरे साथ चले मुझे लेके उड़े ये क्यों कभी बात बात मेरे साथ साथ फिर दर दर ये कभी सहरा कभी सावन बनू रावण जीव मर मर के कभी डाल डाल कभी बात बात कभी दिन है रात कभी दिन दिन है क्या सच है क्या माया है दाता इधर उधर तितर बितर क्या है पता हवा ले ही जाए तेरी ओर खींचे तेरी यादें तेरी यादें तेरी बिरंगे बहनों में मैं उड़ता फिरूं रंग बिरंगे बहनों में मैं उड़ता फिरूं
Oh, wow, that was truly remarkable. To take the evening further, I request IBDP Coordinator, Dr. Sri Lakshmi Murthy, to propose the vote of thanks.
I salute the august audience here, who are knowledgeable, knowledge seekers, and aspiring their younger generations to acquire knowledge in this reputed institution. One word that has reverberated in this school hall is thank you. Yes, it is a genuine feeling that has come right from our managing trustee to Sri Sujay Jairaj and our head of school, Ms. Jasmine Madani, because when the dreams come true and you see it in reality, and you see that the dreams are coming true because of the efforts of so many people, because of the wishes of so many well-wishers and friends and relatives, definitely, thank is the word of the day. Now, I'm standing here to officially propose the vote of thanks. I have my speech ready. I don't know, I may be extempore because after listening to you, sir, I'm a little inspired. Now, when you said the ethos of the school, and when you said the in shorthand character, and as an IB educator for 10 years, where we talk about IB learner profile, I could relate that this character is given to us in 10 attributes. An IB learner has to be a lifelong learner. He has to be an inquirer, knowledgeable, communicator, principled, balanced, caring, reflective, open-minded. Open-minded and risk-taker and a thinker. All these years, when IB entrusts this responsibility as a coordinator to actualize this learner profile in the teachers as well as the students, and even we as practitioners, I always thought, how can 10 attributes be in one person? IB must be joking. But when I thought I need to extend thanks to you, and I was thinking about you, I have been watching you. I'm not an ardent fan of cinema, but I respect you a lot with the bottom of my heart. I saw that you are an inquirer, you are knowledgeable, you are a thinker, you are a good communicator, you are a risk taker, you are open-minded, you are balanced, you are caring. And then I saw, yes, IB is not joking, this is possible, it can be in one human being, and you are the living example. Sir, when you wished us our new school to give our younger generation this character, dignity, respect, we believe if we can follow this learner profile, which is given by IB, which is closely aligned to our school philosophy too, we definitely can breed a good younger global citizens. On the behalf of the trust members, family, and all of us here, I sincerely extend my thanks for giving us such a valuable advice and also showing us that learner profile is possible. We are honored by the presence of SHRI Harivansh Rai Bachchan. Sir, it's an honor for us, and we have seen you performing in this school campus, and as Mr. Bachchan said, everyone has their own potential, and we nurture every potential, be it creative or academic. Your presence makes a lot of importance for us. We are blessed by the guidance, support, encouragement from our elders, Srimati Kesarben, Srimati Lataben, founder trustee, Sri Suresh Bhai Oza. Thank you for being here with us as we start your new beginning. I extend my thanks to all the elderly members of the Narsee Monji family who have come here to bless us. Thank you very much. Our distinguished guests, who comprise of well-wishers, close friends, family members, relatives, principals of other schools, directors, without best wishes, without positive energy, no one can progress, and it is we are blessed with your presence on such a good beginning. The vision of our managing trustee, Sri Jairaj Thakur, to create new horizons of educating the youth and preparing them for the ever-changing world has given birth to this new sibling, Jamnabai Narsee International School. Sir, we are grateful for being the source of our inspiration and guiding us in every step. Our institution is evolving to be a true leader in the field of education. We are grateful to our trustee, SHRI Sujay Jairaj, the architect who transformed our learning environments to befit the changing needs of teaching and learning. We thank you, SHRI Sujay Jairaj, for your personal involvement in designing the learning spaces for our smarter generation that fosters inquiry, collaboration, technology integration, and providing world-class facilities. Our head of school, Ms. Jasmine Madani, and her team has left no stone unturned to set the foundation of our new academic programs, aligning to the international standards as well as to our school mission and philosophy. Ma'am, we wish you all the best in your journey forward. We thank Principal of Jamnabai Narsee School, Ms. Zeenat Bojaboy, and the entire core team for extending their support and collaboration in our new journey. We are grateful for the untiring efforts of our senior manager, Mr. Gurnam Singh, and manager, Mr. Sanjay Lord, and their team to bringing the new school building into existence. We are always supported by our esteemed members of the advisory committee. We are honored by your presence today. We thank the members of PTA and the members of alumni, Jamnabai Narsee Alumni Association, which is known as JNAM, for being with us today. Your support means a lot to us. We thank the members of Art and Cultural Department for their creative contribution for making today's event a unique event. We appreciate the brilliant performances of our students of JNS and JNIS, and sincerely thank our little stars for illuminating this event. We also thank our student council members who have diligently executed their duties. We thank all the parents who have come here today to celebrate the launch of PYP and MYP. We thank our staff members, teaching as well as non-teaching, for their cooperation and contribution towards this new beginning. We thank our security team for taking care of us. We are grateful to our support staff who have relentlessly worked behind the scenes to make this event a success. We thank Mr. Murli and his team from Viscraft for the apt light, sound, and visual effects that have enhanced today's experience of the cultural program. We have always worked as one single Jamnabai Narsee family that is helping us to grow year after year, creating new milestones. We thank each and every member who heartily worked for the successful launch of our new Jamnabai Narsee International School. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Murthy. May I request everyone to please stand for the school and national anthems.
To this our school we are proud to belong, and its praise we sing loud and clear. For here we learn what is right, what is true, and strive to live free from all fear. And as we grow we'll be healthy and strong, and the future we'll face with hope. We'll grow in courage and gain in knowledge, which says our motto is reign supreme. We'll work with fervor and bring great honor to Jamnabai Narsee our school. To our dear school we'll be loyal and true, keep the rules both in work and play, and to the world we will give of our best, all through the year, through every day, and with each other united in love. For our teachers' respect we'll share, we'll grow in courage and gain in knowledge, which says our motto is reign supreme. We'll work with fervor and bring great honor to school.
शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल जायत जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय
I humbly request everyone to please be seated while the dignitaries are being escorted out of the auditorium.
Parents and guests, please be seated for just a couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you're requested to just remain seated for a couple of minutes. If you could please follow these announcements so that we can help you with smooth movement, smooth, uncrowded movement out of the hall. May I request you to remain seated for a minute? And please follow the announcements so that we can help you move to the venues that you need to in just a minute. Parents of the students of grades 1, 2, and 3 who would like to take a tour of the new wing, you will find teachers ready to our left, and they will be happy to take you and escort you. If you can just be patient for a minute while our dignitaries are being escorted out of the hall, and then the parents for students of grades 1, 2, and 3 can proceed for the tour of the new wing. We will also invite the parents for grades 4, 6, and 7, but if you can be seated for another minute or two so that everybody is not headed out together. Parents of grades 1, 2, and 3 can please use the exit to our left.